Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today's gonna be a nice one. Finally, so what goes good with a body kit is Underglow. So thank you so much for Flash Shark Racing to wanting to send me out some Underglow and some nice LEDs for my car. So if you guys are interested in them, I'll put a link to their website right here in the description. They sell all sorts of different LED lights and other things for certain cars too. So if you guys want to check them out, they seem to have really nice quality stuff. So let's jump into the video. And also today too, I'm going to be installing this rear bumper part of my body kit that I got last week. But the reason why I didn't install it was because my exhaust needed to be dropped down like an inch or whatever, so that way this would fit. So I ended up ordering on Amazon these exhaust hanger extensions. I don't exactly know what you'd call them, but hopefully this will be enough for what I need. If you guys are interested in this, I'll also leave a link to all this stuff down below. So let's first jack up the car. Let's get this thing up on jack stands and let's lower this exhaust. Hopefully this will fit good, and we'll lower the exhaust and then throw on this bumper piece. Exhaust hanger out. Hopefully yours will come out a lot easier if you do this, but mine was all rusted up underneath there, so I mean it took a little bit more to get off, but now you can see where the old ones are, and now I have this much extra room to hopefully bring down my exhaust a little bit more and get it to where I need it to. I'm only going to do the one. Hopefully I don't need to do the other one. If I do, then I'll have to take off the other one too, but because the pack that I ordered came with two of these, so it's nice that it came with two, but hopefully I only need to replace this one. So let's clean up what was underneath there, slide this one on, and hopefully the body kit will fit good. Alright guys, so I got the exhaust dropped. I actually dropped quite a bit, so hopefully that'll be enough room. I kind of test fitted it earlier. It looks like it's going to be enough room, but it's going to be pretty close to the bumper. So I just gave everything a good wipe down and clean, and now I'm going to prep this. I had someone in the comments on my last video tell me that I should have sanded this first before I put the tape on, so I'm going to give the spots where I'm going to put the tape a good sanding, and then we'll lay on the tape and then throw this thing onto the car. So I finally got the rear bumper piece on. It looks good. I mean, it looks kind of weird. I don't know if it's just I'm gonna have to get used to it, but it doesn't look bad. The exhaust cutout looks way better than what I had done previously to the bumper, so that's a plus. The exhaust might be hitting it just a little bit on this side. I don't know why it looks like it's like at an angle like this. I'm not sure why it's not straight. It looks pretty good. Got it fairly even on both sides. Try to just like match it up to like the bottom here and the bottom there. The only thing I would say that I'm complaining about right now is there's like a gap, probably like, I don't know, almost a finger width right here, and I can't get it to stick because like the way this is like designed here, there's like a little lip at the top all the way around, And so it's like you put the double-sided tape down here. The double-sided tape's not as thick as a lip, and so no tape wants to stick to it, because I would have to get like really thick tape or something like that. So maybe when I get ready to paint this or whatever, I'll prep it and get it better, so that way it'll actually want to stick. But right now, I can't get it to stay, so just put a few screws in on the sides and then underneath. But now we can finally start putting on our underglow kit. So I'm really excited for this. So let's start by, let's put in there's some LED high beams for my car. So let's throw those in first, and then we'll talk about the underglow kit and then get this on now that I finally got the full body kit on. All right, so hopping under the hood, we're gonna be changing out the high beam right here to a LED because I do not have one yet. So it kind of looks weird during the daytime when these are on, and then I got my LED fogs and my DRLs that are LEDs. So they're a white color. So let's swap those out real quick and see what the difference looks like. All right, these bulbs should be pretty easy to get to, even next to the battery. Gonna twist it, pull it out. Here it is. Just a simple clip. All right. So out with the old, in with the new. And these are, they have a fan on it to help the cooling of the LED so it doesn't get too hot. We'll throw this right back in. All right, I got this one in, and this high beam looks super bright compared to the old halogen bulb right here. So, and it looks nice and clean, all the same color, versus over here, you can see the warm light versus a nice cool light here. And something I noticed too on these bulbs, I didn't even notice, and I was not even told about these, is if you flip them on and off, they change color. So now I just flipped them on and off, and now I get a nice yellow light. So like, that looks awesome. And that one's still just a halogen, and then you can flip it on and off again. And then you can actually literally flip it on and off and get a little bit warmer of a light. I hope the camera can pick it up. It's slightly warmer than that, but not as warm color as the normal one, which is awesome. So I'm just gonna most likely just keep it on the cool setting. So I'm gonna keep it right there. All right, now let's go change the other one real quick. All right, guys, so I got both high beams in, and they look super bright. So I'm just gonna set you down real quick so that way hopefully the camera will pick it up. I'm just gonna flicker them on and off, and you'll see them change color. So now that we finally got everything done that we need, now we can hop onto this underglow kit. And they give you some instructions. It comes with a remote. And I believe, don't quote me, I believe this actually you can hook up to your phone. Yeah, you can hook it up to your phone. There's an app, so you can just control them from there, which will be awesome. And then it comes with all your lights. They all have double-sided tape, and it comes with clips. I know a lot of times the 3M double-sided tape is kind of junk and never wants to stick. So they give you these clips with these little screws and some zip ties too to really help you get your wires perfect. So let's try to lay this out. All right, so this is the main cable. So, and they are directional, so you got to make sure you get this on the right and left side. Otherwise, when you start doing the sequential stuff that you can do with this, it won't flow properly. And then it comes with some extension cables. Also, which is really nice, it comes with this 12-volt cigarette lighter. So that way you don't have to hardwire these if you don't feel comfortable with it. You literally just will connect this to these wires here, and you should be good to go. So this also comes with some hookups for the turn signals and stuff like that. If you really want to hook this up to your turn signal, I'm not going to. I just want to have it for underglow. More extensions, cigarette lighter on and off switch, and then all your LEDs. So let's, like I said, let's lay this out by the car. Let's figure out how we're gonna do this. And I believe there's short ones that are for the front. There should be 4 short ones. So you can see these are short. There'll be 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then you have 2 much longer ones for the sides. Alright, and then just taking a look at the instructions real quick just to see what all these extra wires were. The green one is for your turn right signal. The yellow one is for your left turn signal. And then the white one is for your brake light if you want to hook those up. So other than that, then the other 2 are going to be your positive and your negative. So, which theoretically, if you just use your cigarette lighter, which is right here, which I'm going to hook up and show you guys, you're just going to black to black and red to red. So, yeah, black is ground, red is power. So then you're going to do the same thing, black is ground, red is power. So we're going to probably just going to cut these off. It has a grounding thing here, so we're going to cut that off, and then maybe I'll see if I have a connector for this. If not, then I'll cut this off and then we'll splice them together. Alright guys, so just want to show you a little bit of a brief thing about these that I'm looking at. They are directional, so you got to make sure they go in the right direction. And if you look, I mean, here they show you also on here, like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not, but right next to my fingernail there's an arrow. So just make sure the arrows are pointing in the same direction as how they're showing here. It's going to start from the front and then work its way to the back. So just want to do that, and I'm just going to kind of wire things up out of the car just to make sure everything's working good, and just connect it to the battery temporary for power. Alright guys, so I got it temporarily hooked up right here. And I was kind of messing with the app. The app is the only way I can mess with this right now because this controller needs a battery and they don't supply battery. So if you are going to do this and you want to use that and not your phone, it takes a CR2025 battery. So if you want to put that in there, it's like a watch battery. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I downloaded the app, it hooked up very easily. So I mean, it literally found the device instantly, and I just went to control it and I was able to turn them on and off through my phone. So, and I was just kind of messing with all the modes and stuff, and you can see them. They actually seem pretty bright right now, so we'll have to see what they look like underneath the car. But right now it's kind of bright out here, so, and you can see the yellow light, and you can literally just tap on the screen and the lights change pretty quickly. So there's like no lag or anything in here. So, and then like I said, you can go to the modes and you can do all sorts of different cool, and it all follows itself from there to the back, all in sequence. So that's why you want to make sure you wire these up with the arrows going the right way. So you can see it starts on the front and then goes all the way to the back and then repeats itself. And like I said, there's like over 100 settings. And I just, like I said, I just temporarily plug this into the battery. So you do not want to connect this directly to the battery, because if you accidentally leave it on, it'll definitely drain your battery. So make sure you tap into something. I'm going to probably go inside the cabin and just use the cigarette lighter, or depending on what I might do, I could also just tap it into a fuse underneath the dash. So, but let's get this all wired up, and I'll probably jack up the front real quick so I can get a drill into there easier. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, now that I know that everything is working good, I just clipped off the 3 wires I'm not going to use, and now I'm going to run these 2, the red and black, inside the cabin, so that way then I can connect this 12 volt here to the cigarette lighter inside the car. Alright guys, so I just want to give you kind of a quick update. I ran the one wire through the firewall, and then I spliced in that 12-volt connector, and then temporarily I just plugged it in right there just to make sure it works. So I turned it on, and you can see those are running just fine. So, and then I can flip them off, and then they turn off. So now that I know I got it all wired good, now it's time to hide all these wires in here. I'm gonna run them underneath the dash and come up through there, and then we can start mounting these. It's kind of a tedious process to get all this wired in, but you want to make sure it runs good, especially if it's running off the cigarette lighter or the 12-volt. You'll never have to worry about it draining your battery, because on this car, as soon as you turn off the ignition, no power goes to that, so it'll instantly always turn that off. Alright guys, so I got everything all tidied up underneath here, and I ran it down into there for now. I might move it to that one. I just put it in that one because it's a little bit cleaner of an install right now. So got that all finished on the inside, and then I come in through the firewall right here. I wrap around. Here's the black cable, goes down all the way down underneath there, and then the cables come out right from the bottom right here. So just enough slack so that way I can mount everything on and then zip tie it and get everything good. So I'm going to start from the back of the car and work my way up to the front. And I'm going to scuff it up first with some sandpaper because it seems like it helps stick the double-sided tape first. And like I said, this comes with some brackets too, so that'll definitely come in handy to help secure it just in case this double-sided tape doesn't hold. Hey guys, so I just want to give you a quick update where I'm at. I got the two sides in the back all mounted up, so that should be pretty good. Just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what I did with the wire. So on this side I went over the exhaust, and I have a zip tie on one of the frame, and then I ran it along a cable line this way, zip tied it that way, and then I came back down and through from under here, and this is all my extra wire zip tied up here, and then I just mounted it and went that way. So now all I have left is this and that side to mount the front. So hopefully it'll be finished soon, and hopefully it doesn't get too dark. I mean, I don't think it will, but this is actually taking me a lot longer than I thought. But let's try to wrap this up real quick, and then let's see what this thing looks like. Alright you guys, so I got the entire front done. You can see the strips mounted underneath. And the way I ran these wires, I ran it pretty much, all I did was just tuck it inside the fender liner here. So, and then I came up and through there. So, and I did the same exact thing on the other side. So you don't see any wires. Looks very clean. So alright, let's lower this thing down and let's go take a look at what it looks like. Got it all installed and the car's out here, so I'd say it looks pretty good right now, but we'll definitely have to get some night shots for you guys real quick, so stay tuned for that. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this kind of content, don't be afraid to look down below and look at all the other videos I have about this car. So with all that being said, see you guys next time.